Hi everyone, it's Caitlin with Kait's Collectibles, and today I am going to be unboxing my brand new Spiral Heart Moonrod Proplica. So the Spiral Heart Moonrod Proplica was an item that was up for pre-order, which I did, and released November 2015. So here we are opening it up for the first time. I ordered mine through Ami because they usually have a better price there, because they have a sort of a discounted price usually when you're pre-ordering things. An item like this, because of how big the box is, it makes the shipping a little bit more. So one of those things where if you do, say, monthly pre-orders, if you've got lots of other items or you've got someone to go in with you on, it really cuts down on the costs. So it came to me in a gigantic box, and it's got tissue paper wrapped around it, which I don't think is part of the actual packaging. I think it was just a thing that Ami did. So this is a little bit different than the other Proplica boxes we've seen so far. It still has some nice sparklies. I'm kind of loving the way they've got the text in the middle and sort of the sparkles all around and the like little ribbony bits. With the crescent moon wand Proplica, the box was sort of that stylized version of the crescent moon wand. And then we saw with the cutie moonrod Proplica, the box was bright pink and it just had sort of the outline of the wand. With this one, they've gone the other way. We've got the white box, and then it shows the wand itself kind of as it is, really. It's got a little bit of a pattern. I'm not sure if you can see it. Sort of around the wand here, you see that sort of, it's not really a damask pattern, but that's kind of what it reminds me of, printed here. So it's got that printed on it, so it's a little bit different. We can also see in the corners here, so we've got the Tamashii Nations and the Bandai logo on the one side. And then if we go to the other end over here, you can see here's the official sticker stuck right on the box there. I don't know of there being much in terms of bootlegs for the Proplicas, but those are things to watch for, of course. Let's take a look at the rest of the box here. Okay, so the sides, we've got the same logo, lots of rainbow sparkle going on, which I love. And then we've got an actual look at the wand there. I believe that's the same on the other side. Yep, so no changes there. And then the end caps, they just say Proplica on them. And back of the box. Ooh, okay. So pretty nice. We've got the full view. These are a lot of the promotional images that they released as well as some details about the wand, LED. I think it has, what is it, a multicolor LED light, 4 volume levels, 7 sounds, the mode that changes on the hidden heart button. So all of those details kind of in here. And this wand, like the others, takes the LR44 batteries. So I've got 3 of those little batteries on hand here. They're just a round little battery, so I'll be putting those in it when I take it out to test it out. So let's open this up from one of these ends here. And the tricky thing with these is always deciding for me which end of the plastic I want to break. So I like to really gently try and slide something in just to get it started. There we go. And then I can usually get my not so sharp fingernails the rest of the way. Now I remember the packaging with the cutie moonrod was really quite industrial, and this one looks like it's going to be pretty similar in design. Okay. So the cardboard here is just for strength and stability. There's nothing in there. I love the way they wrap around these so that the really reflective parts don't get damaged. So let's start kind of with the stand here. I feel like usually they have a little instruction manual. Oh, there it is. It was hiding in the box. So let's take a look and see what all this says. Of course, it's going to be in Japanese because it's a Japanese ordered item. So here we've got details about the Sailor Moon S season, where it makes its appearance for the first time, and her attack. If I'm not mistaken, this is from the episode where her wand upgrades to this wand. So some details there. Talking about all of this. And then, of course, the 1994 version of the wand that the Proplica is kind of doing a more accurate representation of is here. So this is the toy version of the wand from 1994. It is not a wand I have in my collection. I've kind of always wanted it, but for a long time, all the old toys have been really highly priced and pretty unaffordable for the most part, in my opinion. For what I was willing to spend on, old toys that have had faded plastics, scuffs, nicks in the paint. You never know how good the electronics are going to be on them. So this one is supposed to be a much more accurate and more like one-to-one kind of representation of the size that it should be. So maybe one day if I happen to acquire the old one for a good price, I'd be able to compare the two, but it'll just be this one. You can get a really good look at what they've got for details here about the functions. So the multicolored LED. We've got the details on how to work it. So with the Cutie Moon Rod, the batteries went in the globe part, and it looks like with this one, the batteries go in a panel in the handle. So we'll have to check that out. The hidden button. The setup here for the stand, and then how it all clips together here. So long piece, round pieces, kind of like the Cutie Moon Rod. It's a very similar base, but instead of having a shot of the Moon Kingdom, it looks like they've got the Grail. And yes, I have that Proplica on pre-order as well, so that one will be really exciting. It's interesting to me with the Proplicas, if you watched my video a while ago, and maybe if you looked online, they did a sort of unintentional preview of the Star Locket Proplica quite a while back, and then we've seen no sign of it since. No pre-order, no information, nothing really. So they've since then done the Moon Rod, and then the pre-order for the Grail, as well as for the Cosmic Heart Locket, which was supposed to be a P-Bandai exclusive. Whether or not it really is kind of up for debate. So we've got the two base pieces here, and I'm just clipping them together. And oh, I might have that backwards. Yes, no. I don't know if it really matters which way you clip these, as long as you like the way they look. Oh no, there is a longer space there, so they will only fit the one way. So then we've got the display pieces here. No other little pieces being left behind, so that's where it's going to rest. You can see the Grail there, and oh, I like that they did the little butterfly details when she transforms into her super version. So this obviously goes there, and Just go like that. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So we've got these going in here. And in there first. We'll probably make that a little easier. There we go. And then this little triangle-y piece to go for the other side. So that's kind of neat. I like the added like butterfly detail down here, but kind of like nitpicky little pieces to stick into the stand. So the wand appears to be securely fastened here with ties. Get all this box out of the way. So the wand itself here is all secure. You can see the nice shiny goldness on the end there. Nice bright pink. Okay, so this is awesome. Just looking at it, it really captures the, I would say, the color that it's supposed to be. I really like the way the orb in the center is. The handle is really long. It feels in my hand like it should look. Like if we kind of pull back, can see there, like, look how long that is. So it seems really accurate compared to especially the 90s toy where it was designed for a kid's hand. Back there, you can see those little button details on the side. I like that they used the gold and silver here. Like, it just adds a little something as opposed to just being the plain gold plastic. Same with that crown on the top. You can see it's a gold silver that alternates. Same with that little bauble on top there. And the crescent moon, same thing. So now to put some batteries in this. So there's supposed to be a hidden panel right here. So this is very similar to the crescent moon wand. So there we've got our on-off switch and the battery panel. So we're going to open that. We're going to attempt to, because it's insanely tight. Okay, so the battery panel is open. So there's those spots for the 3 batteries. These particular ones I have, I don't know if it's the brand of battery, but like this one battery, I think I mentioned last time, just always pops out. So we kind of have to hold them in place with the lid itself. They're supposed to just click in, but they don't really. So let's do that and then tighten that up, and hopefully that'll hold them in place. Not too tight. Ah. So let's clip that back on. Okay, so a couple of things with the wand. Some buttons here. That seems to select the different modes. And the bottom button adjusts the volume. So that's kind of neat. This one actually has a volume control. So that's the loudest, and then it goes down. So I guess if you want to be a magical girl in the dark, you can do it really quietly. I'll put it on the second highest volume. And then there is the hidden button there to actually select it. It's pretty neat. I like the way the LED flashes these different colors. So we've got kind of a bluish purple and then more of a pink. So if we do that, I'll have to play around with this to figure out how it works exactly. Okay, so we're back. So we've figured out the inner workings of the Spiral Heart Moon Rod Proplica. So there is an A mode and a B mode that are controlled by the heart. So we'll put it in this mode first. The top button is going to direct us around to whichever sound we want, and pressing both buttons should make it activate. So this mode seems to be the version that has no background speaking. It's a very long audio there. Okay, so let's go to the next one. We'll see what the difference is, if any. Okay, so that's just that sound effect. Should be this one. Looks like it just goes back to there. Okay, so it seems like there's just a couple options for this first one. Yeah. Unlike some of the other Proplicas as well, this one has the ability to cancel what it's doing, so you're not stuck listening to it. So I press the volume button and it'll cancel. So it'll actually stop it from continuing. So let's switch it to the other mode. And try again. We'll see what we get. So this is basically the attack music without anyone actually saying the attack title. It just has the singing audio, from what I can tell. Let's see what else we've got here. That really goes on. Okay, try this one. We'll see if this is the one we already heard. Oh, nope. Very cool. Let's see what we've got here. Let's try that again. Oh. Okay, so that's the one that we heard the first time. So we've basically got some different sounds, different attack phrases, the option to hear just the audio or to hear it with, Sailor Moon's voice in it there. It's a little confusing with the manual that it comes with, just because I don't fully read Japanese, so It took me a minute to figure out what was going on there. I do really like the way it lights up, and I love this center LED. I think that's a really nice touch. It makes it feel a little bit more magical. I like the option of the audio button. That really, I think, improves things for me in terms of just having a little more control over the functionality. I like that the star button actually does something as well, unlike the previous Proplica. And then I like also that this little heart button thing is a hidden option, so that you can actually, tuck it away and it looks more like the wand is supposed to look. The size of the wand in your hand is really, really good. You can see here, it's more than the length from my elbow, like all the way to the tip. It's like way longer than my arm is. So it's really quite grand, and it feels very light. Like it feels like you could spin it around like crazy, like in a twirling typhoon, like she looks like. I think the coloring is very nice. The gold is very shiny like usual. I like that it also continues to have a stand so that because it's, kind of meant to be displayed. I mean, they don't do the boxes with the windows in them, so they really want you to take it out and display it. I love the way that these look on the stand. It'll be nice for me to have this on one side and the cutie moon rod somewhere else, and then the other wands in between, so they give you some nice options. It is very sizable though, so it does take up a good amount of dresser or cabinet or shelf space, so that's something to keep in mind with these. They're certainly not small collectibles, but they are really beautiful and I think quite worth the price. So if you like the Spiral Heart Moon Rod the best, let me know why. If it's not your favorite, let me know which Sailor Moon wand is your favorite, which one you're hoping Proplica makes in the future. I'm personally hoping for the Eternal wand to come out eventually, but let me know which one you want to see most. And of course, make sure you subscribe to my videos if you want to see my future updates. You can like, share, and you can find me on Twitter at Kait Collectible. Thanks!